activity. So here are 3 pictures on the screen. And each one represents one problem that happened in our real lives. Okay. Please take a few seconds, look at these pictures, and let's identify what kind of problems they are talking about. Should be easy.
Maybe one is fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Really close. Anyway, the problem from workplace, right? It could be fire. I will fire you. Or it can also be like he is a really demanding boss and he is like criticizing his employee for doing something too slowly or something. Hope nobody in this room has such a boss. Okay, how about the second one? Exactly, no money cannot save money, or right?
Financial shortage.
Sorry?
A financial shortage.
Wow, financial shortage. Good. And how about the last one, Real? What do you think?
She doesn't have friends.
Exactly. Perfect. He does not have friends who are willing to play with him, right? So sad. We really need friends, right? Okay, then are we all clear what these 3 problems are? Good. Okay, now I want you to work with a partner, but I will change your partner this time. And choose one problem for each of you below and try to get advice from your partner. Okay? So Kofan, could you please work with Rio this time? And Misaki, and please work with Nancy. So for example, I am Misaki, and I can choose the first one to tell the problem to Matty. And Matty should give advice to Misaki. Okay? And after that, Matty, you will need to choose another scenario and do the same thing to Misaki. Okay? So 2 rounds. Everybody has a chance to speak. Good? Let's go.
So again, I need to choose one problem.
Yes. And tell it to Misaki and try to get advice from her.
Okay.
Okay. We will have 4 to 5 minutes to
I
finish
choose
2 rounds.
the number 2.
Suggestion.
I don't have money. I cannot work. What can I do?
Maybe
Really eager to have that.
someone thinking for work.
I mean, if I like work.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Work.
We changed to
Like
what
a
type
car,
of work do you like to do?
maybe. Yeah.
I think I like to work with people, with team. I can, for example, I like to work with companies to develop one plant to enhance the company, maybe improve the strategy, or maybe the budget that the company need. I can realize data analysis if I need to. Yeah.
Your ability to work is very high.
I'm trying to find a solution for
good
each
job
of them.
now. So
Oh, just a
I
friend.
assume your problem
Just for the
is
sentence.
spending
Yeah.
money a lot.
Spend money.
Does Rio tell you about the problem?
What kind
Or is this look
of goods do you
We do need to kind of like role play this scenario. For example, I would choose the first one out. And say, "Oh, what should I do? My friend, my boss is too demanding.
About just things organic.
Quit my job. You think first.
Okay, you want organic?
Oh, we should actually-
The other person is just like trying to get that box.
Okay. Let's just walk up. Okay, great. So you are the person who can pretend that you have money. Just
Can be. Can
I don't like the
job
six.
which pay you more because you're so talented.
You're-
and something.
Oh,
I just explained.
Change
Ah,
it
but
to
they
the
do.
amount,
But,
and you
so,
can keep your life
oh,
out there.
so you can locate down
The
coupon.
coupon.
So I think
Good idea.
first is the
But the
coupon.
point is.
And secondary is
you
more
already
like
have good job
um,
because you afford to.
you can waiting
buy
for
your
the
own.
Black Friday.
I think you.
Oh,
need
yeah.
And
more
they will have a discount on that day.
Sure.
And
Spend money
also-
on the organic.
You can go to
It's okay.
different
2 minutes
your
left.
problem?
carriers.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Well,
they
this
have
took
some special meals for
Yes.
buying.
My boss is.
You can switch roles now.
So
My job is
I can.
very slow.
I don't have any friends.
Your job is
What could I
very
do?
slow.
Yes,
And why is it slow? What do you think is slow?
It's difficult.
Yeah, you were very good.
Chicken.
One job and then move to the second job before I go to the first job. So I need to work in my.
Especially.
In this case, first,
Yeah.
you need
So do you
to
wanna-
prioritize
Do you
the
wanna-
things.
quiz?
What thing is urgent and what thing is important. Sometimes you have to decide for the urgent things because maybe you get deadline is tomorrow. So you need to work on these things. And the other job that is important, but maybe the deadline is on Monday, can wait a little bit. And if anyway, you both ask for two in the same time, because maybe they say, what happened with this? Other
Okay,
things.
please finish your conversation soon.
Eraser.
You can just go with him and say that the time is not enough. And you need to prioritize the important thing before to start with the second one. So he needs to wait more, or he needs to hire other person like me, for example. So I can have more money. And solve the two problems, you know?
Okay, guys, let's come back. Wow, you guys are too happy. This feels like problems are solved.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the point why we should seek for advice from our friends. They probably will have some really practical solutions for you. Okay. Do anyone want to share like how you are giving advice or how you are solving those problems?
He gave me really great advice. So
Okay.
my problem was how can I say it?
The
Yes.
first one is
The first
something
one.
when
The first one.
yes.
And my boss is angry at me because my job is very slow. So his advice was if I have like important job and urgent job, and if I cannot deal with these tasks,
Right.
I should ask my boss to extend deadline or
Ask your boss to extend the deadline.
the deadline.
Yes, exactly.
And or ask my boss to hire somebody else like
Matty.
That's very interesting.
And his classmates.
Because I have problem with the money, with the number 2. It's inspiring me. I don't have a problem with the money.
Yeah.
And do you remember, what is the first sentence or first words that Matty came up with when, after he listened to your problem? What did you say?
What I say? Oh. Oh, I don't remember.
Did you just give the advice directly, or did you say something else?
Oh no, I asked first. Like
Mhm.
for example, why is it slow?
Sorry?
I asked why is it slow the job? So,
You asked.
Yeah, so she explained. Like,
Good.
it's for
And
this.
yes, how about Real and Kafan? Did you start your advice with something else? Did you just give your advice right away? I think you should blah blah, or did you try now?
I think for this time, I just give the advice so quickly.
That's practical. Yeah, that's really economic choice. How about Real? The same way? Yes? Okay. Then let's try to, I will role play with my AI assistant, ChatGPT. So for some problems that I, not necessarily myself, but some people around me have encountered. Okay. When you're listening to me and ChatGPT, I want you to focus on, or listen carefully to how ChatGPT gives me advice. Okay, how does he react, and like what sentences, what kind of expressions does he use? Is that clear? Okay. Let's try. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
See?
How about you?
I'm great, thank you. Do you want to like role play some scenarios with me?
Sure, I'd love to. What kind of scenarios do you have in mind?
Not really just scenarios. I actually want to get some advice from you because I've encountered a lot of problems recently.
I'm here to help. What's been going on? Feel free to share as much or as little as you're comfortable with.
Okay, so the first one, actually, my last job interview went very badly. I always get tongue-tied in front of authority figures, those employers. I felt really nervous and stressed.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's completely normal to feel nervous in job interviews, especially with authority figures. One thing that might help is practicing some deep breathing before the interview to calm your nerves. You could also try mock interviews with a friend to build confidence. It's all about getting comfortable with the situation. How does that sound?
Great, thank you. I may try that.
You're welcome. Practicing can really make a difference. Just remember, the more you prepare, the more confident you'll feel. And hey, if you need more tips or want to run through a mock interview, I'm here to help.
Please pay attention to how I reply to this advice as well. Okay? And I have one more problem. Could you please help me with that as well?
Of course. What's the other problem you're facing? I'm here to help however I can.
Okay. Recently, I feel like I'm not enjoying things like I used to. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm too stressed.
It sounds like you might be experiencing some burnout. When stress builds up, it can make it hard to enjoy things we usually love. It might help to take some time for yourself, even just a short break to do something relaxing. Also, try to identify specific sources of stress and see if there are ways to manage them. Does that sound like it could help?
Yes, they are really helpful. I may try those suggestions too. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad the suggestions were helpful. Take care of yourself and don't hesitate to reach out if you need more advice or just want to chat.
I appreciate your help.
Anytime. I'm always here for you. Take care.
See that? You can, talk to your ChatGPT as well on phone when you're, like, if people have problems of having no friends. I think that function is free. You have up to around 15 minutes per month to chat with ChatGPT.
Really? I didn't know. I mean, I have the same thing, but I didn't know that you have like a limit time to speak with ChatGPT.
I think we have, because I was practicing with it last night, and let's see. They told me that 8 minutes left. Yes, that ChatGPT. Okay, have you noticed some expressions that ChatGPT just used? Yeah, what are they?
Yeah, when he heard the problem, he said, "I'm sorry to hear that."
That
Right.
was great.
Yeah.
I was trying to say the same thing with you.
Now, that is to show the sympathy, right? That I understand your problem and what's next. And any other expressions?
She said, could you please share as much as you comfortable
Yeah.
to know detail that's
Right.
not for a person.
Right. And how do I respond to his advice?
You say thank you for your suggestion on your advice.
Thank him, of course, and I also said, what?
You will
I will try. I will try those like suggestions or those plans. And to say that I'm really listening to your advice and I really appreciate and respect your effort to help me out. Okay, so here are some expressions that may help you when giving to give advice and to receive advice. So on the left, to give advice. ChatGPT just said, like, I understand you're feeling stressed recently. Here is an idea. Blah, blah. If we try to play more scenario with ChatGPT, probably you can hear more of this. And to receive advice, I just said, like, I can try those explanations, right? And I will definitely keep that in mind. Good. And since ChatGPT is still kind of robot and AI, all of the emotions and like sympathy that we just heard are all like it was trained by human. So let's see an example of person to person interaction of like telling the problem and giving an advice.
Una, good morning. Got a bit of a problem. What's wrong? Can we talk in private? Of course. Right, so, what's the matter? Well, I've made a mistake. A big mistake. Okay, so we can work it out. It was such a silly thing to do. I'm getting worried now. What's going on here? Okay, it was late last night and I was tired. I wasn't concentrating and I accidentally used my company credit card instead of my own to buy something. Don't worry, these things happen. There's a procedure to deal with this. How much did you spend? It was quite expensive. How expensive? It was very expensive. Yeah. How expensive? £3,782.56. What? You spent £3,782.56. What was it? Vanya? Just a weekend break. I just like a really nice hotel. Okay. See. Thanks for letting me know. I feel so much better now I've told you. Please don't tell Noelia. Oh, I'm definitely going to tell her. Oh, yeah. Hi. Hello again.
Okay, really interesting problem. So, what was her problem? Do you remember?
She spent money buying her company credit.
Company's credit card, right? And do you notice how the lady on the right gives advice? What did she say?
And she said we can.
She said.
She said.
She said.
Oh, she said.
Right.
She said. She said. Okay. She said. She said we can work it out. We can work it out together. Yeah.
Any other?
Yeah, we can.
Yes. Let's look back at this.
Company
part.
credit card instead of my own to buy something. Don't worry, these things happen. There's a procedure to deal with this.
You see what she did? Don't worry. This is to show,
Absolutely.
yes, like, because, you're talking with a human and you need to like not only solve those problems, but also deal with his or her emotions, right? That is really effective. Just as Maddie said at the beginning of this course, beginning of this class, some people are not really talking to you for advice, but just like as a chance to express what they feel, right? And sometimes people are not really wanting those like practical solutions, but just want to hear that you're standing next to him. So if you want to give a warm advice, we can start with what? We can start with the advice right away, or should we say something before it? Yes. What kind of things should we say? Exactly. To show that.
You can say I am here for you.
Right. I'm here for you. Like you're not alone. I'm helping you. Right. And after that, we can follow up by using these expressions, right? Okay. Then we're gonna come back to these three scenarios. And you just picked one, right? Picked one for the first round. Now I would like you to work with the same person, but you need to choose a different scenario to tell to the other person and try to get advice, okay? When you are giving advice, please try to remember what we just talked about, okay? The way we give warm and polite advice. Good? Okay. Let's do the same, partner. Choose the one that you have not talked about before.
Okay.
You should know the number two.
You're broken now.
By the
I have
to buy the product.
Sorry to hear that. You can feel frustrated. And
Frustrated.
stressed. Frustrated. And stressed about that. Do you want some advice?
Second job.
because I don't wanna work hard. So it's
Second job.
We just got
It's very difficult
sympathy
to do a job.
and
So what can I do?
to show that we're really first. Which
What thing do you spend? Do you spend a lot on house, food,
It's like
and
really-
clothes,
Yeah.
and fun?
Good to hear from
It's
you.
spent a lot on my dog.
It's good to
And you
hear.
okay.
But I'm glad
Usually,
to hear from you.
Okay, if we say it's, I'm very glad to hear from you, that
Like
kind of means
you.
like you're hearing something good. You're listening to something good, but could find he's suffering right now. He has some really sad problems. Which problem do you have?
Nice.
I don't have that.
He doesn't have money,
That's a difficult thing.
That's not a
because
good
you
thing,
pay
right?
for here.
So you can say, I feel what?
You need to choose a good
Opposite.
product for here too. So.
It's
Maybe
not
you
very
should,
sad.
You're
if
from-
I were
sorry.
you,
Mhm,
I
I'm
use
sorry.
go markets. You know,
Yeah.
in markets
About
sometimes
that.
the food is
Like,
less expensive than go to supermarket like Whole Food, for example. So maybe market can be cheap.
I want you.
Also try to go to Trader Joe. Maybe Trader Joe is cheaper than other supermarket. Yes.
It's great.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope that helped you.
Okay, you may change your rule now.
The number 3. I don't have friends in the school. Everyone is so bad with me. Wow. Yeah.
You don't know.
Oh, you should ask them to say something.
People shouldn't treat you like.
My boss, angry
Mm.
at me every day. I
Oh,
did
do what?
the mistake.
Friend.
And it's.
Well, I think I asked you for advice that I don't have friends that I want
Of this
friends.
section. Very
There's loads of
Just-
people here. So
It
if
is
somebody
yeah,
is
during
mean
the
to you,
work
let's
day
find out
hour
the
in
difference.
this. That was.
You have lots of people in the classes.
Yeah.
So, oh, let's
Yeah.
talk to somebody who you have not spoken to.
That.
Mhm.
My father, take some time.
I do.
talk with your boss.
Like what?
To ask him why he failed answering this
We were in this lunch line.
Okay.
So let's talk to them.
and I will ask him
You
what
never
kind
talk
of
to
thing
them.
trigger
Let's
his aggressive to you
join.
and maybe I think we could find a
Then you
way
can talk
to solve the problem.
person. You try to not talk to.
And do you still feel like
Yeah, I think it can work.
he always
I am a little shy,
kind of
but I can try. I think.
feel angry or
I'm here for you.
you can
So
talk
if
with
you
the
feel lonely,
other people to
you
do
can go with them.
understand
Oh, thank you so much. That's very sweet.
Good, good. Really sweet people. Okay,
Oh,
Is it a good story?
yeah. It's a gift.
do you feel different this time? A little bit?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, like Misaki, in the first round, she was already super sweet and sympathetic, right? Better now. Good. Since we are running out of